Hello and welcome all to
Yeah.
season 2 of the Spooky Horror Show. I am your host, Sean. I'm here with Anthony. Okay. And this week we got a pandemic special for you. The 2021 found footage horror film, the Andy Baker tapes. Hey,
Yeah.
singular. But before we get into whether or not Anthony will be able to change my mind about this being a 1-star film, how has your week been?
Oh, well, this week wasn't that bad, actually. I mean, I was feeling better. I went back. Other than that, I mean, it's shit weather at the moment, but nothing
Yeah.
really changed. Closer to getting into the new house, so that's always a plus.
That's good. Yeah,
How you guys doing out there?
Weather, good. Weather has been okay. I think it dropped. Yesterday was like 32 degrees. Today, like tonight, like overnight. I think tonight, overnight is going to be like 32, and then tomorrow it's going to be 70, and basically work its way back up
That
into the
change,
80s.
man. Jeez.
But yeah, I've had like windows open all day, so weather-wise, like it's been good.
It was really nice the other day too. It's like biking weather.
Yeah. 3 new kittens. Sorry. So sleep has been shit. And then food
Like having
poisoning, I
kids all
guess,
over.
last night, which was awful. No, it wasn't last night. It was the night before.
It was the night before.
It affected
yeah,
me
yeah.
yesterday, but I ate it the night before. So that was bad. And then trying to start the podcast up, I kept getting stupid fucking errors in OBS, so that was a goddamn fucking pain in the ass. But what's going on, Downright Sunlight? What is your
Downright
name gonna be today?
Sunlight. Whose name gonna be?
Sunlight.
Oh, we're gonna
Because I know what her real name is, but she said that like people never call her by her real name, so I'm like, well, I'm never gonna call you by your real name. So we're gonna go with
Downright Sunlight.
Abernathy.
Abernathy?
Abernathy. So for today,
Is that her name?
no, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
I was concerned because honestly, that's a name and a half right there. Abernathy.
But yeah, this week we're going to be talking about the Andy Baker tape. I saw this one, I think, when it first came out, and we all
Okay.
know the deal. This season, for like the next I think it's a total of 11 episodes. I think, I'm not completely sure. I think.
But we only got up to 11. I gotta get online and start looking.
Yeah. Well, we'll take like another 2-month break when this is all done, and then we'll get together like a new list of films that we want to do. But
Perfect.
for those of you that don't know, season 2 is comprised of films that may or may not be 1-star films. The only caveat is everything that I bring to the table this season, regardless of whether or not it truly is a 1-star film, I am going to be taking on the stance it is a 1-star film, and Anthony has to try to change my mind and prove to me that it is at least a 3-star film. Some of these
At
he should have
least
no
a
problem
3-star.
with, and others it
Yeah,
will be
you
a fight.
fucking think that. You think the last one that what was it? Lilith?
Yeah,
Was Lilith the one that I was angry about? I was like, you gotta be
Yeah.
fucking kidding me.
I think
Oh
you
yeah,
were-
okay.
I think I had to talk you up to a 2. A
Oh
2-star.
yeah, because I couldn't really do anything redeeming. You really wanted to redeem it off of the one actress, and I was like, I don't think that's good enough for my
She's
taste.
the only good fucking thing about that entire goddamn movie.
I like the name Savannah though.
Yeah.
But getting down to the nitty gritty.
Back to what this one is about, the Andy Baker tapes was written by Dustin Fontaine and Brett Latta. The director was Latta. Brett
Okay.
Latta.
Which
and
one
the
was?
film-
Were they in the movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Dustin Fontaine played Andy Baker,
Fontaine.
and Brett Latta
Fontaine.
played that douchebag Jeff.
Okay.
And they're pretty much the only people in it. There's voices of other people. I'm not gonna put their fucking names in this shit because no one even knows who the fuck they are. I think like they credited the a woman that was talking off camera at one point. I'm like, why?
Why?
Like that's you don't see your.
If
It's
she was
just
off
a
camera,
fucking
we wouldn't
voice.
even know.
You could have
Yeah.
fucking pitched your fucking voice to, and it just be you. it
Yeah,
doesn't
like
fucking
you would.
matter.
It doesn't make any.
Yeah, like
Fuck
get
it.
the fuck out of here. But yeah, so both Andy and Jeff, the characters in the film, are the writers of the film, with the guy playing
Okay,
Jeff
good.
directing it.
Okay.
And the entire thing was filmed during the pandemic. This was,
Yeah, I
like,
noticed the
thought up
time frame of it.
Yeah, the people walking around with masks and stuff. I
Like, that's
bring that
real.
up later. Yeah. So since we're not getting into preliminary thoughts on the film.
Mumbo jumbo.
Since again, we're going in steadfast as a 1-star film for me. We're gonna go right into the plot.
Oh, there's a plot. Oh no, this is the one. Okay, there's a plot for this one.
This is the one that
okay,
you
this
like.
is this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the film opens with some country music playing and a close-up of a car wheel. The car pulls away as police sirens are heard in the distance. We then get a title card explaining that on October 26, 2020, in New Jersey State Police found a camera containing
Fucking
2
dirty
memory
Jersey.
cards with 18 hours of footage that took place over the course of a 3-week period. That seems like a lot of
That's
footage for 3 SD cards.
For 3, I just was gonna say, who the fuck has like a terabyte or 2 on an SD card? Like that's a lot of fucking hours.
Like
I can't
it was-
even save games on an SD card for my fucking Switch. You're talking about 18 hours?
Like, because I was thinking, like, he can't even be filming in 480p. That would still be way too much footage. And if he's
Yeah.
using like real cameras, we're saying at
And
minimum
10
he's shooting 1080p. Like 18 hours of 1080p footage is a lot of
Yes.
stuff. So
And then think about that. Editing that's fucking a lot of footage.
yeah, so I was like, I don't know. I don't know, man. However, Jeff seems like a dick. I'm just throwing that out there. This whole opening scene after that
Jeff
title
is a
card
dick.
is Jeff
No one
kind of
likes
like
Jeff.
priming himself and being like and stuff at the camera for video watchers. It's basically he's doing like
he's a fucking
douchebaggy thing.
YouTube prima donna. Yeah.
yeah. Because he's setting up a video for YouTube. He's getting ready to go to the blueberry capital of the world, Hamilton, New Jersey. Is that
But he's
true?
originally doing this for he's getting a sponsor for a cooking show.
He talks about it later. He is
Yeah.
he's hoping to be optioned. He's in negotiations
Yeah.
to bring his show to the Food Network.
Yeah. And now he's trying
but-
to do this whole thing.
Yeah. So he wants us to explore his family history with him. So he spit in a cup, used a 23andMe type thing, and he got a hit. Apparently he's
I
never
hate
met
those things.
anyone from his father's side of the family. So he's like, when he got the hit that he has like a relative out there, he was super excited and he wants us to come along with him. Which is like that's cool. However,
Commendable.
to me, it's super weird if your parent doesn't talk about or take you to see any of their family, right? Like
That is odd.
If-
Yeah.
if
Even if you
they're-
have a shit ass family.
if they're doing that, chances are
There's
there's
a
a
reason.
reason they don't want you.
There's a
to
fucking
see
reason.
that.
I said the same thing. I'm like, there's probably a reason why no one ever mentioned this guy.
Yeah. But Jeff don't care. He's gonna go see him anyway. He gets
Jeff
lost
says
driving
YOLO.
to the area that his navigation
Of
tells him
course.
to go to, and he calls Andy. Andy doesn't pick up. Andy calls him like back almost immediately.
Damn near immediately. Yeah.
And tells him he didn't answer his call because he was taking a shit. I call bullshit because we have all taken
Everybody
calls while
has your
taking a shit.
phone
We've
all the
we've
time.
every
You
single
answer
one
it.
of
What?
us
I'm
has
taking
taken
a
call.
shit. That's
Get out of
exactly.
here. Get the fuck
I'm
out of here.
pooping. What? You know, you
Yeah.
always answer your phone. That's the one time you can't
Even-
say you're not.
even-
You're busy. Look, I'm busy. No, you're not. You're shitting. You're
even-
shitting.
Even if you don't say, well, I'm pooping, what? Right? Even if you just start talking and then that plop happens, someone goes,
The plot.
are you taking a shit? And you go,
You go, yeah. And
It's like, it doesn't fucking
why would
come
you
on.
answer? Well, it's the
You
only
always
time, my
have your
only
phone with you.
downtime. I don't know what to
Yeah.
tell you.
It's like, get out of here. But yeah, so Andy comes out to meet Jeff, and Andy looks like a fucking goober.
Fuck that. No, and dude, my
Stop
man
that.
Andy looks like, dude, no.
He
He looks like a
fucking
good,
goober.
outstanding man. Dude, he
No,
looks
he
like he's
doesn't.
just a dude just trying to fucking get a hug.
Oh, really? When he comes walking out and he's got us saying, hey!
Yeah,
It's
he
like
just looks
a
like he's
fucking
trying to get a
goober.
hug.
Get out of
That's
here.
all.
And
My man Andy.
they have the most awkward interaction, and Jeff introduces us, his audience, to
Listen,
his newly
Andy is
discovered
awkward and
half-brother.
outright. Half brothers to me is just a very gray area. Like at that point, is he really your brother? At that, you know what I mean? Never met him. He's just he's
Yeah.
not even a half brother, really.
Well, I mean, he is. It's his father's son. It's just not his father and
Yeah,
mother's
but
son.
you could shoot.
His
I
father
honestly,
porked
if you've
someone
never met
else and
that
then
kid, just
went away. Which I have a lot of things to talk when it comes to that, like that. But they're
But
driving
did
back
you
to Andy's
research?
house.
You found the father, found
Yeah.
the mistress.
They're driving back to Andy's house, and Jeff informs everyone that his show has been optioned by the Food Network, and that they're
Dun-dun-dun.
currently in preliminary talks, like in negotiations and everything. However, this becomes a
agreements.
huge through line throughout the entire movie. Like every chance they get,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
yelling out, "I'm gonna be on the Food Network," and it's like, all right, man, whatever.
This is like the plug before the actual show goes off. This dude's
Yeah.
trying.
So back at Andy's house, he prepares a gourmet spaghetti dinner. Andy's already at this point being like kind of weird, right? I get it's
He's
not
weird.
just me, like him, just like he's like, oh, like, hey, what's going on? Haha, this is awesome, great,
Yeah.
cool, woo. And then like they get to the house and he's just like throwing spaghetti on plates and stuff, and it's just like, what is happening right now? Like, this
He
is
looks like
weird.
a bit of a shut-in. I'm not gonna lie, my man Andy does look like he might be a shut-in.
Yeah.
Maybe the last time he did it, went to the market was for like fucking pasta. Then
Yeah.
you know,
They finish lunch and go
He got
outside
too
and play some
excited.
real life Fruit Ninja. When Fruit Ninja is over,
Fruitly. Yes, he did. Yeah, actually, you're right.
Yeah.
They dangerously did that.
Yep. They decide to go for a walk in the woods because Andy wants to show
Which is
his
weird.
new brother something cool. The area is beautiful, but
But I want you to tell me you would on. Did you just stranger at this point? This is like a 15-20 minute drive in. Not even. It's like up his driveway, and then you magically trust him to take you into the woods.
yeah,
We've
It's-
all seen how that plays out.
like it's weird, but you can see in Jeff's face that like he is kind of weirded out by it.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, you would hope that like he told someone. Like whenever I go to meet anyone anywhere,
Yeah, you always tell everybody.
I tell
Oh, yeah.
someone where I'm going and
I
who
put
I'm
it in
meeting.
Discord. Discord's like my fucking file keeper.
Yeah,
It never
so that they
deletes.
know. But it's one of those things I kind of got jealous watching this as they're walking through the woods up to where they're going because
Why?
the scenery is beautiful.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's-
Well, no,
it's-
it is. I mean,
It's what you
the
expect.
pictures are really good.
yeah, it's what you expect from a wooded area in the Northeast. Whenever I would go hiking, that's what it looked like. But now down here in Texas, everything is just dead and barren like all the goddamn time, and it just
Well, because
sucks.
it's like it's 102, 11 months out of the year. I don't think anything
Yeah.
can live that shit.
when
And
they
yet,
go,
and yet, he will verify. This man will verify they will still be in blue jeans and cowboy
Yep.
boots
Yep.
in 103 fucking degrees.
Yep.
Denim
Hold
fucking
on a second.
jeans.
There you go.
Telling you,
that was weird. Hold on, why was that?
flannel
I have
on.
it down
Oh
here.
shit, not my
Oh, that's
flannel on and everything. These fucking guys. I'm telling you, 100 and something degrees.
I remember when we first moved to Austin, and we took MPH for a walk. They were like, "Oh, there's this beautiful park we can go." So we're like, "All right, we go." They're like, "There's rivers that run through it, and you know,
What,
it's
Circa
awesome."
Park?
So the dog can like lay in it, and we're walking, and we're probably like a half hour into the walk. There's no rivers.
Yeah.
Everything is dried up.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no
When I got
waterfall.
there,
That's
shit was
all
dry.
dried up. Where MPH was hyperventilating so much from the heat that for the remainder of the walk back, because we were just like, fuck this, I had to like fireman carry him on my back, like around my
I had to do
neck.
that with Sheila. I had to like
And
fucking
it's-
carry her.
Yeah, and I was just like, this is stupid. And then
And
it's,
people
you
have
know,
huskies out there.
yeah, that's cruel.
That's cruelty.
It's fucking cruel,
That's
man.
fucked up.
But yeah, where are we? Yeah. so
Walking through the
it's-
woods with Jeff and Andy.
So yeah, it's I definitely miss the East Coast. I miss
You miss seasons. Let's understand each other. Not
No.
the East Coast, because
No,
we
I-
know what
no,
the
I-
East Coast
No, I
is.
miss the East Coast.
Fucking-
I miss the food. I miss the weather. I miss the seasons. I miss the architecture, the culture.
Yeah.
While walking, Jeff explains that he films everything solo. But if the deal goes through, he'll have a whole team with him. But that deal hasn't gone through yet, so he still has to keep
Yeah.
things light while on the go. They reached the exciting thing Andy wanted to show him, and it's a water tower.
It's
Just a water
fucking
tower.
like.
They dig around for a little while.
Some
and
real
they-
Kelso shit.
Yeah, super Kelso shit. What does Abernathy say? I'm driving through bumfuck nowhere right now. This is what 90%
That
of
can be
Texas looks
anywhere
like.
in Texas.
There is something beautiful about it, but the mountains where I belong. Yeah, it's
Yes,
it's
that's what we said.
it's
Up north, we are
Yeah.
Northerners. I can't not be north.
You know what? It's not even north. You know what I am? I'm a coastal person.
Oh, well,
I
I can
want
get
the
that.
coasts. Like I could survive in California, whether it's Southern California with like the
California
weather
was
and everything,
beautiful.
or Northern California because the weather is still great but you get more forests and stuff. And it's kind of the
Yeah.
same thing on the East Coast. But for me, like I'm a city dude. I'm a city dude through and through. Like I've grown up in New York City.
Hate cities.
And after living in a not city, I want to go back to a real city. I want to go back to a place
Enough.
where how are delis not a thing like anywhere but the East?
What
like,
the fuck, right? Why
24-hour
can't you get a
delis,
good
too.
fucking bait? Yeah, I know. Everything
Walmart's not
closes
even
in
open.
Texas.
Walmart's not even
Yeah,
open
like, I
24
don't
hours
even get
anymore.
it.
Like, what the fuck?
I was like, what the fuck? You go there, they don't know what a deli is. They don't know what a fucking Kaiser roll is. They don't
Could
have
you-
any good fucking stuff out there. Like that wise. They have their own good food,
If
but
I want a fresh, air quotes, audio listeners, fresh, like sandwich, like cold cut sandwich, my choices are like
that's
Subway
just fucking like
and
H-E-B.
Firehouse Subs, Jersey Mike's.
Yeah.
Like those, that's not like, I want to walk in and be like, this is what, don't tell me what your stupid fucking menu is. I want
Yeah.
salami.
I want ham,
honey
cheese.
baked
I want some,
ham.
yeah.
Yeah, I want that. That's
Make
what I
a
want.
sandwich, and not like Subway is fucking whatever the hell meat that
Bacon,
is.
egg, and cheese on an everything bagel.
Oh, come on now. Every day. A little bit of salt and pepper on that.
Yep, but you can't get that
Get a
here
school
because they don't make
special. You
that
gotta
here.
get a school special after fucking work.
And you would think with the amount of like New Yorkers and people from California that
A
moved to
lot.
the Austin
There's
area,
a lot.
that like they would have that. No.
Nope. Just like they don't believe in fucking public transportation.
Oh God, no. After dicking around for a while, they sit down and have a heartfelt conversation about their dad. Andy's
They have
worried
a
that Jeff
heart-to-heart.
wouldn't want to meet him, or possibly even hate him because of their dad's affair. Andy asks
I
if
can
Jeff
see
is
that.
mad that he kept
Which
this
is
secret
odd for
from
an
him for all
adult,
these
but-
years, and Jeff quickly responds, "Well, we don't even think he knew about you."
Yeah.
Sure. I find it super dumb, like super
Why?
fucking dumb, because of course he knew about him. How do you not know about him? Nobody.
How do you not
ever-
know about it?
Like,
Maybe she never reached out. Maybe she was like, nah.
You're trying to tell me that someone like, I don't like, just raising someone like alone sounds fucking
Okay.
awful. No help
Yeah.
whatsoever. That sounds
People
fucking
do
awful.
this.
Yeah,
And people do it all the
stupid people.
time.
Stupid people. Unless the like parent is like a super abusive piece of shit, like why would you not reach out? Hey, you have a kid, you know. Which
Yeah.
this will play later, but if this is supposed to be like an affair that happened, then you would think that like
They don't
well,
really touch
nothing
on
prob-
that.
Yeah. So
They don't really let you know how
It's-
that transpired. Did he just
Yeah.
start a new life somewhere else and just stop showing up one day? Daddy went
Well-
out for milk and never came back? Like,
well that's the thing. I think Jeff is the older brother, so he already
so
had a
his dad,
family.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
everything. But just the fact that we don't even know he knew about you. It's like you need to calm down. You don't know everything.
We're
but
jumping a couple of steps.
it's you can see this as we go with Jeff that this is just the type of person he is because it's probably the fucking father that he
The
had.
fucking dick. I'll be
Um,
straight up. I gotta take a pee real quick. You keep
Okay.
going. I'll be 5 seconds.
Okay, go pee. Oh yeah, you have the headphones. You can probably still hear.
I can.
Even Andy questions the logic that Jeff comes back with even more brain dead BS, saying that his dad was a pretty honorable man. How is he honorable if he cheated on Jeff's mother with Andy's mother? Like that's not an honorable thing that you can do. Like that doesn't make any fucking sense. The fact that this is called the Andy Baker tape, and you know Andy's going to be the bad guy, he's already acting weird. Jeff's the worst, so we're meant to root for Jeff, but he's such a piece of shit, and it's only 12 minutes into the film that like I do not care what happens to Jeff. Like I don't care. I don't care what happens to Jeff. I don't care what happens to fucking Andy. Like I already do not give a shit about both of these characters, and that's a terrible thing. Someone should have been redeemed. Like, even if it's like Andy up until this point.
How dare you, sir, talk badly about my Andy? What are we spewing over here, young man? I don't want to hear this shit. Andy was a fucking good guy. Listen, Andy was an
He wasn't
upset
a
dude.
good
He
guy.
fucking wanted to fight. Listen, you don't know Andy's troubles, man. He was sitting out there all by him goddamn lonesome, man. You get crazy out there.
Well,
And then on top of that,
that's
think about
not an
that.
excuse.
So you said that you don't he's not honorable. We still don't know the situation. Honestly, he cheated. He had to have cheated. There's no other way around that.
So
The
then
cheating had to have happened.
How can Jeff turn around and be like, my dad was an honorable man? There's nothing
can't.
honorable
It's not a
about
redeemable
being
quality.
married and trying to be faithful
Starting
to
a new
people
life
and
over
then being like,
somewhere,
oh,
yeah.
hey, I'm gonna go fuck this woman too. on the side. Like,
No.
that's not honorable. You're a piece of shit.
Uh-uh.
Like, Jeff, your father was a piece of shit. Plain and simple.
Until men get trapped in that fucking, child support shit.
But the fact that Jeff is like so deadlocked on, no, my father was a good man. It's like, no, dude, no. So
No.
it's like already, it's like Jeff is, he's kind of been a douchebag, but now you can kind of see that
He's
like
cuckling!
he like twists shit around in his head that it's like, you're not gonna root for him. He's a piece of shit, just like his father. But you already know that this is called the Andy Baker tape, so you know Andy's gonna be the bad guy and like the murderer and everything. So you can't root for him either, because he's like,
Yeah, you can.
no, you can't.
I'm rooting for you, Andy. I'm rooting.
Because even if Jeff is a douchebag, all the shit that happened in Andy's life isn't Jeff's fault.
No, not at all. You can't blame somebody else.
So there's no like whatever happened, like they're together now.
Just
it
going
should
crazy.
Be friends and stuff. Like, but it's whatever. Jeff's
Like in that
hungry
Eminem
decides-
song. It's gone crazy.
It's like, what? Oh, I thought you said the M&M's song. So I thought you were talking
No,
about like
Eminem.
the candies and
Nah, the
everything.
rapper.
I was like, did they put out a song? Are
Listen,
they like
we
the
don't want to be
Raisinets?
all woke and shit. Oh no, hold on.
Yeah.
Don't talk
Can't
about
have any more-
M&Ms.
Can't have any
Can't
more,
have M&Ms
Lay's
now because now
candies.
they're woke. Oh no. Oh, God forbids. Okay,
Jeff's
we
hungry
digress.
and decides to get some food and film an episode of his YouTube show. He tries to explain his favorite show, Miami Vice, to Andy, but the camera light dies. So they get
Miami
back.
Vice.
On the way back, they talk about where he's going for the pilot, and one of the places he's going to be going is the same place that Andy's going to do a job, and asks if they
Same
can carpool.
place.
Jeff begins to act real cagey, talking about how he works better alone, even though he was just earlier
You in
talking
the
about
woods.
how he'll have a full production team with him.
Yeah,
But now
dude,
you're like, nah, I
he's
work
such a
better alone.
dick.
Yeah.
What was the point of you fucking seeing your brother? You just
Yeah.
purely needed a story for your fucking show.
Yes. That's
the
all that it was
the
about.
man's character gets worse and worse.
Yeah. On the way home.
But he was
no,
in
wait.
the woods alone with him, though. He was
Yeah.
in the woods alone with him.
But Andy's very chill and tells him no worries. If he changes his mind, just give him a
My
call.
man Andy.
On
Like
the way
Andy.
home, Jeff is trying to film himself while driving in the pitch black of night, and it doesn't go well,
That's
leading to him
fucking
calling
smart.
Andy at a gas station and inviting him to tag along. Yeah, that's why they
Because
have
he was
car
fucking
mounts.
lost.
Yeah, they have car mounts. You could just get a car mount for your fucking camera and everything, but whatever. The next day, they hit the
You
road,
figure.
and while Jeff is trying to film the video intro, Andy starts acting weird. Jeff keeps egging him on, causing Andy to
I
grab
can't
the
really-
camera, knocking it over.
I can't redeem him on that.
It's like everything.
That
you
was
wanted,
some
it's
really
now
weird
happening.
shit. It really was.
So why are you being fucking weird? Like, it's just
all the warning signs were like, I guess, delayed.
yeah,
Because those are some hardcore, like, what the fuck,
yeah. That's
bro?
like, hey, you should get out.
Calm it down. Calm it down now.
But Jeff keeps egging him on, and that causes Andy to grab the camera and knock shit over. Jeff flips out on him, and the next bit of the drive is very quiet, but this causes Andy to ask if their dad ever hit him. It's like, all right.
You know what I mean? See, like, I feel like you could
Like, what's going
you could
on,
make up
man?
a really good story. Like, that's it just really got really awkward quickly right there. And it was like, well, no, my
Hey,
father
did your dad
loved
ever
me.
hit you? What?
No.
No. Yeah. But yeah. But like,
Yeah, I guess. Did he hit you?
yeah. But Jeff gets defensive super quick and tells him no. His dad was never like that. He was always there for him and blah blah blah. I don't believe him one bit at all.
Way to make him fucking feel like shit.
Yeah.
Way to dig that knife in.
No, my dad loved me. I'm sorry. Our dad loved me.
Like, that's even worse. It's like, our dad loved me. You were
Yeah,
just
way more
put out
than
with
you,
the
dude.
slop. I don't know
Yeah.
what. Yeah.
I can almost
That's so
guarantee
fucked
his
up.
dad was either abusive, either physically or emotionally. Like, it was one or the other or both. But I can the fact that he's so
Broken.
So, like, yeah, the fact that Jeff is so like, no, my dad was always there for me. He never hit me. That's not. He was an upstanding
he seems
guy.
like that type of dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, no.
Like the
your
dad
father
was that
probably beat
overly
the shit out of you,
narcissistic fucking
or just called you a loser all the time. You know, like shit like that. Like he did.
My
something.
dad got me this job.
Yeah, he 100% did something. They stop at Wildwood, New Jersey's air quote,
Wildwood.
iconic Captain Ray's lobster
Iconic.
bucket.
There's nothing iconic in New Jersey.
Yeah, Andy is manning the tripod, and the camera is just fucking all over the place, like nauseatingly all over the place. Jeff just
He's
brings
definitely no cameraman.
Jeff just brings Andy into
Oh.
frame and just sets the camera up on a tripod so he stops messing around with it because Andy is a fucking goober. The food looks delicious.
Stay off my man.
Like the
It
food
does
looks
actually.
delicious.
They look really. They look like they didn't even give a lot to these people too. I was like,
No.
what the fuck you pay for that?
Oh, fucking pandemic food. Remember all the restaurants were hurting?
Oh, that is true. That is true.
I don't know. I ate out more during the pandemic than before or after the pandemic.
You were
I
getting
don't
delivered
know.
though.
Well, no, I would like restaurants that like I would never think of getting like going and picking up food or getting delivery from. I got it. Like I would order food
Well,
from
no,
my
yeah,
favorite
you got
sushi
to-
place. I would order from Cora and then just drive down to Austin and fucking pick it up and bring it home. And
Well,
we would just
that's
eat it at
really how
home.
we were able to do things. Yeah, that's how we were able to
It's
get
the
stuff
fact
done.
that a lot of restaurants don't have takeout options. They lock themselves into, well, we only do dine in, and you're a fucking idiot. Fucking, could you imagine a pizzeria in New York never delivering?
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, even back in the day, you still had the little void in the block that you ran your pizza up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You still
So-
had something.
yeah, and it's like a lot of places just don't do it, and those places are the ones that failed.
And
You didn't
Grubhub
adapt.
and all
That's
those
what happened.
suck. You really,
Well,
really
yeah, no,
does suck.
they suck. One, they don't have everything that's on a menu on those
Yeah.
apps, which is
Apps.
stupid. And then those apps charge a shit ton of money to the vendors, to
the
like the
vendors.
restaurants and everything. So that's why they don't want to use them. But a way to get around that is just hire delivery people.
Which is donkey
There you go.
shit.
You just solve the problem. Hire delivery people. Boom, done. But yeah, the food looks delicious. They're eating it out on a pier. I was a little confused at first when I was first watching this because like I've seen
Why?
this movie 5 times. Because I watched it
Okay.
twice when it first came out, and then twice for this, and I think one time I
this?
think I showed it to the wife. I was confused as to like why they never went inside the restaurants. Oh shit, that just scared the shit out of me.
I'll be honest, I probably would have to think that because he if like copyrights and stuff, he probably wanted to gone in and deal with
But-
that more, keep it on the side.
That's what I'm thinking. The fact that, you know, all of this is filmed during
Gotta
the
ask
pandemic,
permission.
so indoor dining
Yeah.
was like a no-go. There were probably no filming permits because they were probably just
And
filming
they probably
on GoPro
weren't supposed to be on the
cameras and-
streets eating,
Yeah.
you know.
So, ow. They feed some seagulls and then hit the road. That night, they stay at a
Seagulls.
hotel for the night, and for some reason, Jeff is hanging up all of his clothes in the closet, and that's weird, right?
Well,
That they're staying there for a single night.
maybe he had,
They're staying
maybe
there for
he's
a
that type
single
of
night.
dude.
That's
But he looks like a dude that irons his underwear. Come on.
yeah.
A dude
Yeah,
that
I
irons
just-
his underwear puts it up like that. But you're also talking to a dude. I don't iron shit. If this is wrinkled, I'm going out. I don't give
Yeah.
a flying fuck.
yeah.
So I don't care either way.
It was to me. I'm just like, okay, well, you're staying there for the night, and then you have to hit the road again. Why are you taking?
Why are you getting
all of your
undressed
clothes out,
anyways?
hanging it up, and then in the morning you have to take everything down from it and fold it all? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know. It could just be me.
He's an odd
Honestly, it could just be me. That I'm just like that. To me, that's
It's
such a
odd.
waste of time. Andy's
Oh, he
recording
is a waste of
everything.
time.
It's weird, especially since it's Jeff's camera. Andy tries to talk to Jeff. Andy tries to talk Jeff out of the Food Network deal, and Jeff snaps at him again. Jeff is super
Oh.
quick to get angry, and then is also super quick to make up excuses for being angry, which leads me to believe that his father was definitely a piece of shit. I
Dick.
don't believe. Also, I don't believe Andy knows how to blink.
Really?
Do you see?
Shit,
Do you see
I didn't
when
notice
Andy,
that now.
When Andy gets scared, his eyes just like prop open, and he just like.
Oh no, yeah, he does. He does that creeper fucking psycho fucking when Norman Bates look to you. Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like in the movie they didn't film him blink, and I'd be like, that's a
No.
pretty fucked up thing to figure out to do.
No, they just every time like Jeff would like yell at him for something, he would just get like stiff and like
Stiff?
not blink. He would like brace up.
Looks
and
like
stuff.
my
It was
dog
so
whenever I
fucking
call her.
funny. Huh?
Did you call
What?
me? Oh no.
It's 4 a.m. Andy turns the camera on and starts recording Jeff sleeping, and
Which
this
is
is
fucking
where the
weird.
creepiness really begins.
This is where my man Andy just kind of goes, "Ooh."
It's like, well, you know what? I'm behind you, Andy. I'm behind. I am not. Andy, you need to go away.
Andy,
You need to go the fuck away,
Andy.
man. What are you doing, bro?
Come on, man. I thought we talked about this.
Yeah. The next morning, Andy is dragging his feet, getting to the car. because he's sulking from being yelled at the night before. As a parting gift, Jeff takes Andy out for breakfast and manages to spill coffee all over himself because he's trying to get the shot.
Because he's an idiot.
Yeah, they drive to a quieter spot and record a breakfast video, and Andy's acting like a pouting child. Andy smacks the camera out of Jeff's hand, which makes Jeff snap again, making Andy go kind of super weird again. And talking about being treated
Emotional
with more
roller
respect,
coaster.
and again not blinking. Like,
Well, I'm telling you,
you
the
kick him out of the car
the
at this
man
point,
was
right?
he was the guy, the kid in the well, and being told put the lotion on his skin again. I don't know what to tell you. There's very clearly there's signs of fucked up shit going on in that kid's life.
it's, yeah, like, all of this is like, I don't know, man. I feel like they knew each other for like 3 hours, and then it's like, all right, let's like road trip, and it's like,
I guess
no, because I don't.
I
know
wanted to wait into the woods. I wanted to wait into the woods.
Yeah, you could have.
Okay, and we always were in the woods when I was a kid. That's all we ever did was fucking hang out in the woods.
But,
I would not go with a strange ass human being in the fucking woods. I'm sorry.
But like, this is my thing. Like, I can understand Jeff being mad and snapping. This is now the second time.
Because it's his property.
This is the second
him fucking
time
up the shot.
He knows. Andy knows
Not to do it.
that he's recording for a show, and this is the second time now that Andy has smacked and could have possibly broken his
A
equipment.
camera.
It's like, I would beat your face in. Like, stop touching the shit. If you're not gonna fucking handle it with care, just don't fucking touch it.
Handle with care.
You can easily say, I do not want to be recorded. If this dude is seriously about to go to the quote unquote Food Network, then you know that like waivers need to be signed. So if someone says, hey, I don't want to be recorded, and you don't have a waiver signed saying like, fuck you, it doesn't matter, then you can't film them. Like, that's just how it works. So pissed off, Andy gets out of the car and disappears into the woods, and Jeff chases after him but can't find him anywhere. He disappeared super fucking quick. Like,
the boy was raised in the fucking woods. You don't think he doesn't do like fucking spider monkey hopping back and forth
like,
in trees?
This was definitely like Deliverance disappearing into the woods.
Yes.
Like, I would have been I would have gotten in the car and just drove away. Like,
Your
I'm out.
assumption should have been once he got there that it was from Deliverance.
Yeah. Andy reappears and tells him that he needs to be treated as an equal and with respect. I'm just like,
I met you 3 hours ago, bro.
Yeah, then you need to stop being a fucking child. Like, that's if you want the
your
being
crazy,
treated as an
weird,
equal
sketchy
with
shit.
Yeah, all that shit needs to stop. So Jeff
Stop.
tells him
Nothing.
when he throws down that ultimatum, Jeff just goes, they're done. It's fine. He wants the address to where the job is because he's dropping them off, and they are fucking done. And this is when Andy quickly changes his tune. It's like, oh, no, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. So they get in the car. They drive to Andy's job, to the job that Andy is supposed to be doing.
that he's supposed to have.
Andy's outside arguing on the phone. Turns out, the client decided he didn't want to do the job anymore, and he isn't going to pay him for coming all the way out. That's why you take that money up front. At least half of it.
Half.
At least half. Other half at completion. Andy's broke, in debt. He's going to lose his house and his car. We have not seen his car, so I'm sure his car is a piece of shit. We've seen his house. That's Bayou Billy house, but sure. Jeff tells him, Jeff tells him not to worry. They'll figure it out. They go to get some barbecue, and this barbecue looks meh, but whatever. People ask if this is if he's on YouTube, and they start yelling.
He goes, yeah, actually,
he's gonna be on the Food Network. Like, why are you yelling this to like random strangers? Like, this is where, like, okay, I guess being an actor and yes, ending. So if like, this could have either been another actor that was like done and like they were just filming somewhere quiet, or someone could have like seen like the lights and the camera and think, oh well, that's what like vloggers do. So a little kid being on YouTube asking, and they're like, fuck it, let's just go with it and everything. So it could have been that too. I don't really know. They go to the motel for the night, and Andy is recording Jeff while they get the room key, and Andy is muttering to himself, "Don't leave me, Jeff." What? This is making like a super just fucking left turn, and it's like, nope. Now we're
it goes really left. It's almost like that really bad movie, fucking U-Turn.
Yeah. Oh, U-Turn is a good movie.
That movie wasn't that good.
All the sequels were terrible.
Well, mostly.
Yeah. Especially the remake sequel that they did. That was just awful. While taking a shower, Andy grabs all of Jeff's stuff and locks it in the car. So when Jeff gets out,
far left.
Yeah, when Jeff gets out of the shower, he's super fucking confused that all of his stuff is missing. Andy tells him he can't be mad and promises
Yeah.
and
Right.
makes him promise not to leave. No, sir, that is not how this
Dude,
works.
I'm fucking no. I am naked with a
No.
stranger that's supposed to be a brother, and
Yeah.
he stole all my fucking clothes. This is looking
Yeah,
really
nope.
fucking suspicious.
So,
Someone's leaving with
no, that's
no
good.
kidney.
Andy tells him that he lied about the job in Baltimore because he wanted to
But
spend
of
more
course.
time with him. Jeff screams
Well,
at
yeah.
him and chases him around. Andy gets away and hides, and when he thinks the coast is clear, he runs back into the room, and Jeff is already inside waiting for him. Andy's
Oh, yeah.
thrown to the ground, and Jeff punches him in the face, grabs his keys and the camera, and runs out of the room. As he's leaving, Andy tells him, while laying there not blinking, that he's crossed the line. How did
Yeah.
Jeff cross the line? How did that
This is the
happen?
only time I think I want to agree with Jeff. That was a lot more than you needed to handle.
You took my shit,
Like, yeah.
locked it someplace
You're gonna leave me
else,
here.
so I'm sitting there with just a towel around me.
Yeah.
You're telling me you lied about a job for me to get
So
me
I'm
to
supposed
drive
to
here 'cause
trust
you wanted
anything else.
Yeah, like no, get the fuck out of here. You're lucky I didn't.
Everything
fucking
about
curb
you's gonna
stop
lie
you.
so far, dude.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. As he drives away, Andy spits
Thus.
way more blood than I would have thought
Thought
would be
from
in
that.
his mouth from like a single punch
Maybe
to the
he's
face.
a bleeder.
But whatever. The next update we get from Jeff announcing he's got the Food Network deal, but Andy hasn't been answering his phone. Why would you care?
Well, now, because maybe they saw the content with the two of them, but that's not
Yep.
out yet, right?
Nah,
Okay.
it's about to come. The Food Network apparently will only do the show if they are both a part of it, and Andy still won't pick up. On top, so have they not seen any of the footage of Andy being super fucking weird?
I'm gonna guess no. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. If he's submitting it as they're going, did you not submit that? Because
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
pretty
like,
sure they'd
ugh.
back out quick.
Yeah, they'd be like, no, we don't want that guy.
You're like, not that one. Make somebody else be Andy.
Yeah. On top of Andy not picking up, he's apparently also stalking and recording Jeff just doing mundane things, and then sends the
Just
footage to
life.
Jeff creeping him out. Andy appears outside Jeff's door, and Jeff immediately goes into attack mode. Now,
He's
I
not
found this
smart.
funny that like he sees it's never explicitly said that it's Andy doing it. He's just getting it, and he's like, "This is fucking weird."
Who else would it be?
And then he runs outside and screams at Andy to like be a man and stop this shit and blah blah. It's whatever. And then when he shows up, he's just like there. And he's like knock knock knock, and just stands there. It's like what the fuck. Andy
my
tells
man
him,
Andy knows how to fuck a guy up.
Yep. Andy tells him that he met their dad a couple of times before he died, and that he gave him
think
the
that's a
same type of watch that he gave Jeff. Jeff invites his brother in for a drink and to talk everything out, and Andy accepts that olive branch because Andy
Why?
wants a brother, and Jeff needs his brother for the show to make
the
himself more
show.
famous. So it's like they both have something each other wants. Andy explains that their
One's a
father reached
merit
out.
gain, the other one's a monetary gain.
Yeah. Andy explains that their father reached out when he found out about him after his mother died. Apparently, his mother
God.
wanted nothing to do with him after she found out that he had another family.
Well, yeah,
So
rightfully so.
when the mom found out about Jeff's family, like Jeff and like his mom, she was like, I want no part of this. But I would still be like, I still want monetary stuff. It's still your kid and everything. Like, what the fuck? Andy tells
Shit
him
ain't
that,
free, man.
Yeah, Andy tells him that their father forced him to have lunch with him, and they talked a bunch. Jeff offers Andy a drink, and when he leaves the room, Andy takes a syringe out of his boot, calmly walks to Jeff, and then stabs him in the fucking neck with it. Jeff passes out.
Why
in
do they
Andy's
only do it
arms.
in the neck?
I think it's just easier to like fake it, doing it that way, you know. But Jeff
I
passes
figured it'd
out
be a
in
lot
Andy's
more
arm.
dangerous.
After dumping Jeff on the floor, he walks over, turning the camera off. When the camera turns back on, Jeff is now gagged and tied to a chair, and he
Oh, yeah.
demands to be untied. And Andy pulls a gun out on him and puts it in his mouth and starts throwing Jeff quips back at him. So it's like, you're not man enough, blah, blah, blah. No, it's whatever. Turns out Andy's mom apparently left their dad because he abused his mother. He never knew about Andy, and he just said that so that Jeff, because he knew Jeff would like eat it up. Andy accuses
Oh.
Jeff of being just as violent and selfish as their dad. So what
I
would
can
that
see
make
it.
Andy?
The mom?
No. Jeff is just selfish. Andy's the violent.
Yeah.
So
well,
he's accusing Jeff of being just as violent and just as selfish as their dad. But the only
Okay.
time Jeff has ever been violent is when Andy stole all of his stuff and locked it in a car.
He really
so
wasn't
he can't
even
go
violent
anywhere.
about it. He just got
Threw
angry.
him down, hit him once, and took his shit back, and then left. That's the only time Jeff has been violent. Andy,
But
on
Andy
the other
really
hand,
hasn't. He's been aggressive, but he hasn't been like attackive. He's been like.
He's been stalking,
He has a peeping
intimidation,
Tom.
lying. He's been emotionally
Yeah.
abusive.
He has his man days. He has his man days. I know.
So Andy tells Jeff he killed their dad. Jeff lunges at Andy and attacks him, and then knocks the camera over and then disappears into his house. He got out of those restraints really quick.
Oh yeah, he's
Like,
fucking
really
Houdini.
Andy searches for him.
YouTuber, man, he's straight out.
Yeah. Andy searches for him for a while, and I want to say the basement. This looks like it's a basement, but I can't tell. They fight, and I think Andy gets shot. So then Jeff runs out of the room. Before deciding to make a run for it, he grabs his camera and the keys to his car and then runs out of the house, drives away. After driving for a bit, he pulls over, and instead of calling 911, he asks Siri to do it.
Yeah. Why did
Tells
that?
the
Why did?
cops.
Well, why did he do that?
I don't know, man. He tells the cops what happened and where it happened and where he is right now. The operator dispatches patrol cars, but Andy appears behind him and begins choking him with, I'm assuming, an extension cord. And then Jeff dies, maybe? I don't really know. Andy exits the car, taking the camera, and leaves it outside, which is the scene that we see at the beginning of the film.
In the film.
Andy leans up against the car, but he has been shot. He sits there for a minute, and when he hears the cops, he gets off the ground, back into the car, and drives away, leaving the camera at the scene. The screen goes black. The cops are heard finding the camera, and that is the end of the Andy Baker tape. How did he get in the back of the car?
Yeah. Well, how did any of them get in the back of those cars and do
Well,
that?
but
That's a classic move.
He got shot. Jeff left, grabbed the keys, went out the door to go outside, which is right next to him, and then got in his car.
Dude, it's fucking villain power, bro.
I get
it. It's villain power.
That's fucking kind of.
They always end up in the back seat of the car. You know, that long drive that you're not focusing on a first-person view, but you're actually doing it in a rear view mirror just because, and magically see someone pop up. Classic.
Fun facts I have for this, there's a few. Dustin Fontaine was a Blue Man for years. You can see his percussion skills early in the film when he's drumming on the water tower. Yep. He wasn't like one of the main dudes, but like there's a whole bunch of Blue Men. Yeah. So it's like when they travel, obviously it's not like the main guys, it's the other guys. But yeah, so you can see his percussion skills early on when they're at the water tower and he's like basically playing the drums and shit on the thing.
That's cool.
Entire thing was shot in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic. On 3 separate occasions, police were called on the 2 main actors by onlookers who thought the action was real. So I guess the running around outside the motel, because remember there were no permits for anything. So it's like when they're doing like the weird crazy shit, like it's normal people are gonna walk by and go, "What the fuck is going on?"
What is going on?
Brett Latta,
makes sense.
Dustin Fontaine, and Arthur Giamaldis. I don't fucking know.
I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that.
They all met while studying in the BFA acting program at Montclair State University. The Giamaldis did all of the post-production audio design and engineering from Melbourne, Australia. He and director Brett Latta worked through the 16-hour time difference through Zoom calls to like mix the film.
God damn.
Multiple variations of each one of the scenes were shot. So I guess they just picked like the best ones for each thing. And the final night of shooting lasted 20 hours, which culminated in a 13-minute single take shot. And then the Andy Baker tape premiered at the 2021 Garden State Film Festival in Asbury Park, New Jersey. But yeah, so like that last like shot was a single take, no cuts.
Damn.
Yeah, because they probably just kept running it over and over and over again until they got one that actually worked.
You can always do that in post, you know.
I'm trying to think of like, because like the next film we cover, Screamers. Like I have things that like I dislike.
Okay. Well, I for one say I enjoyed this film. Mr. Andy is my friend. I like Andy. I'm Team Andy. In the show, there is these shirts that Andy got made. Yes! Fuck yes! Fuck yes. I liked Freddy Krueger growing up. He's a murderer. Hellraiser. Murderer.
I mean, it's the same, but like not.
It's same, but different.
I don't know how to fucking explain. It's like, Kinda, yeah, but like, no, but yeah, I don't know.
But he's not wrong, but he ain't right.
I didn't like that with whenever it comes to films like this and killers, you're supposed to have someone that you root for. That's not the killer. It's like you want to see the cool kills, but
You
it's
don't
like,
want to have him root for the killer.
The protagonist is supposed to be someone that you can root for. The problem is, protagonist is just as much of a fucking antagonist as the antagonist.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the only thing that makes Andy worse than Jeff is the fact that Andy killed
It's crazy.
their father and then went like, well, I have to kill you too because you're just like our dad and I have to save people from people like you and dad. It's like, what? But you're just like him because you're murdering people. So your logic is fucking flawed. You're fucking dumb. You're a stupid dumb. Like, I hate it. Don't like it. I'm kind of getting sick and tired of people using the cheapest possible fucking cameras to film these things. It's like, well, I understand it's the
these
pandemic.
These are all things that are on. This was on YouTube, wasn't it?
Someone uploaded it onto YouTube, yeah, but this was released to like legitimate things. Like this is on Amazon and Tubi. And Vudu.
Yeah, I think I saw it on Tubi.
Yeah. But it's like they're using GoPro cameras, which aren't even like the good or new GoPro cameras, and this was shot in like 2019, 2020. I think it was like 2020, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, because it premiered in 2021. So this was shot in 2020. So the cell phone footage that was used, I think there was a couple of shots where it was like used as a cell phone. It was like the shittiest fucking quality. Like they found a phone from like 5 years ago.
Maybe it was a Motorola Razr.
Maybe, like it looked like that. Sometimes
it was the jukebox.
Because I think he was using, couldn't find it. I think he was using a DSLR, but like not even like a good one. Like I think he was using one that like just shot 1080p. So if you try to do any upscaling, it's probably gonna look like dog shit. But it's like 4K and 6K cameras are not expensive.
Well, yeah.
And it's like I understand they probably did this on like a
now did they
budget.
do any crowdfunding? Yeah, but did they do any crowdfunding?
I don't think so.
See, there you go.
So this was probably
I love these guys that get
but
these.
Like,
yeah, see these guys that get these crowdfunding. I like when they get into it with them.
Yeah, but like here's the big thing with it though. Like these are people that are actors already. You know.
Actors, okay.
So why do you not have your own stuff to film your own stuff? Because especially during the pandemic, you know there's a ton of downtime. That's the whole reason this thing even fucking exists. You know.
Yeah.
So why don't you have better equipment?
Somebody got bored and made this
to film. Because it's like I still don't even understand how they got as good of audio as they did. Did they have lav mics? Did they have like the fucking did they have like the fucking the Rode wireless mics like I got for like the audio?
You can't see them
because I don't think
they're not boomed.
Yeah, you can hang
they're
them
not
somewhere,
boomed.
Yeah, it's like did he just have like a regular-ish like Rode shotgun mic on it? Like
because the GoPro mics are not good.
No, they're dog shit. Like you need external audio for that. So it's like it's just like the visual quality. Like we've seen some like terrible movies with great fucking cameras. Like the visuals are fucking fantastic. It's just the movie itself is so fucking bad.
Almost a waste.
And with this, it's like the premise is good.
That's the problem. They're always good. The idea is good. The execution, not so much.
Yeah, and I feel like the execution was fine.
What happened?
Did a motorcycle just drive past your house?
No.
It might have driven past my house. Like I heard like the rumbling of an exhaust.
Are you
in my
okay?
Headset. Yeah. I don't fucking know, man. I'm going on very little sleep.
He's fucking hallucinating, people.
Yeah. But yeah, like the acting was fine, I guess.
I will not agree with you. I feel the acting was fucking terrible.
In this?
No. No. This, I mean.
Yeah, we're not.
I was thinking of the other movie. Yeah, I'm sorry. I jumped ahead. This was. I think the acting was good. I just think that it seemed forced. It didn't seem fluid. Yeah. It didn't seem like they were. I felt like they were very robotic in the way they were saying a lot of their dialogue.
Yeah.
So it was like. But the scene, like I said, like you said, the scenes were good though. They played off good together. You know what I mean? Like, I would have liked a little bit more of a backstory.
They're obviously all friends.
Yeah.
You know.
But most of the ones you pick usually have them cast it in the movies.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, it does feel like everything was kind of like rushed, that everything was kind of like half-baked, because like then you got this whole thing. It's like, yeah, no, I understand that, but it's like when you think about like the premise of the movie, it's like, hey, it's the COVID-19 pandemic, we're in the middle of lockdowns and shit. Hey, I spit in this cup and I found out I got a relative, I'm gonna go meet him. During the COVID-19 pandemic, like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. It would have been better if he didn't spit in a cup, but he found like notes that like his father was like writing, or letters that like came back that like his father was hiding and stuff. Like,
he's cleaning up because he's downtime from COVID, found letters. That would have been a better premise.
Because especially since I think his father just died. Like, it was recent.
So that would make a plausible plot right there.
Then like, hey, what's up, fam?
Then hey, it's
COVID-19. We shouldn't meet people that we don't know, or hang out with people who really don't meet anyone, because
there is no COVID, stranger danger.
I'm gonna go meet this stranger. None. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like, yeah. So
there people trust random citizens more than they trust the government now. Which is scary.
Yeah.
Because I don't trust anybody on the street.
Yeah, no.
Like, I'm sorry.
Not. So what are your like positive thoughts? Because for me, really, it's the only bad things for me really is the I guess we could call it like the inciting incident of the movie, which would be like, hey, I spit in a cup and I'm gonna go meet this person.
You're bringing it all the way back there.
Yeah, it's like I
because really you can bring it back to the whole him killing the dad.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't
care
about that.
Spawned the whole thing.
It still would have been fine if like Andy still killed the dad, but like for me, the inciting incident of this movie is he spit in a cup. He's bored. He found he has a relative, so he's gonna go see it. I feel that it would have been better if the father was still killed by Andy. Like, that's still what happened there. But
I'm with you.
But Jeff found letters that were like sent to his father by like the mom, or
it's a great idea
by Andy as a kid, and now that Jeff found that, like, he like searched for Andy and found him. So then it could even be like, maybe Andy's not even his brother. Maybe he didn't even find the right Andy.
That's where I thought it was going.
Person.
Yeah. And that guy like intercepted it and saw like, hey, here's my chance to be a killer. You know? Yeah, I said that. I was waiting for it to be that, I'm not even really your brother. Yeah. I was waiting for it.
But that's why I'm like, this. It's kind of like, it's kind of like a middle of the road, like whatever. And I
enjoyed it.
Yeah. So it's like,
I agree 100%, but I did enjoy it. I thought it was a good. I thought the acting was pretty good with each other.
If you had to rate
it a high end 4, low end 3. I wouldn't go under 3.
I would be okay doing 3 because I could see what they were trying to do, and
it was fun. You can't tell me it wasn't a fun movie.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've seen it 5 times. Like, I personally enjoy it. And everything, but I have to try to be like, it's a 1 star.
The fact that we were trying, I said to him, I'm like, I want the shirt in the fucking movie, and I want the Andy shirt, and he can have the Jeff shirt. And we looked, you can't buy them. There's no fan purchases.
With a muffed up Meatgate fucking shirt.
Muffed up Meatgate shirt, bro. If someone got me a muffed up Meatgate baseball half sleeve, I would totally rock that. I would totally rock that on stream for them. Oh, God. But yeah, no, honestly, I think it no less than 3, because I thought it was entertaining. The premise.
I can definitely go 3.
I loved Andy, but I'm a sick individual.
I liked their performances were fine. I feel like my biggest gripe, besides like the story, is that Jeff is supposed to be the protagonist, and he's such an unlikable fucking asshole.
Yes.
That's
you're rooting for both to be bad. Yeah, you're rooting for both to be the ones dead.
Like I could understand if you went the other route of, like I was saying, where he found the letters where the father was straight up hiding everything. And now Jeff's like finding out, but the fact that like, Jeff didn't know, and the father also, I guess didn't know or found out before he died. That's another point where it gets confusing.
You can go to so many different levels on
that. Did the dad actually know, or was he lying about it?
They don't tell you.
Yeah. So
is there an Andy Baker tape 2?
No. I mean, you could find out that like, oh
Yes.
hey, the father was like a serial fucking
A smaller
fuck-arounder,
backstory, yeah.
and like now Jeff's
Have Andy going around and he's got that list of fucking guys that spit in
Yeah.
cups and shit. Like,
Yeah, so that would be cool. But all right, I could do 3 for the Andy Baker tape. But yeah, that's it. Thank you everybody very much for stopping by the Spooky Horror Show, and we will see all of you next time.
next time.
Bye.